Hello, my holy homemakers. We're going with it. I like it. It kind of has a ring to it. We're gonna go with it. Okay. Anyway, today's Tuesday, and something that my husband and I used to do back in the day when we were just dating. We'd have Taco Tuesdays, and we actually never went out for tacos. If we did, like if we missed a Taco Tuesday cooking at home, it would be like Taco Bell or something. That was pre-holy days. But yeah, that used to be our tradition. Every Tuesday we do Taco Tuesdays. And we both had it on our mind, like at the same time. I had already written it out. I was sitting at my desk one day and I was just like, I have my little recipe book and some old recipes that I was looking at that I need to kind of reconsider, remix, now that we're on the dietary law, now that we know, what we should be doing, what we should be eating. Just trying to figure it out, But I was like, man, I gotta bring back Taco Tuesday. So I had written it down, and then without him even knowing, he mentioned to me we should do Taco Tuesday, and I was like, babe, I definitely plan on doing that next Tuesday. So very excited for this Taco Tuesday, especially because I'm going to be sharing it with you all first and foremost, but also because I'm going to be doing it very different from how we've done it in the past. And I'm doing it for the first time with you all today. And I should have started way earlier. It is later in the day. My husband is already very hungry, so hopefully I can get through this in a decent amount of time. I already pre-chopped things, the ingredients, everything we need. I have everything pretty much ready to go, so it shouldn't take too long once we get going. And I have some information I want to share with you all, because that's the whole point of this. It's not for you to just watch me cook. It's so that you can, one, get some inspiration and ideas for yourself, but two, we're cooking good food, and I want to educate you all on how to cook well, how to take care of yourself, and the importance of the ingredients that we're using. So I said a lot there. I know that was a mouthful. I'm also a little nervous because this is the first time I'm recording while my husband is home. So I'm shy, which is so silly. But anyway, don't mind me. What should I do first? Let me get my pan out of the oven. I was seasoning it. I'm still, out of all honesty, learning how to properly season my cast iron skillet. And I fully intend on my great-great-grandchildren using this. It's gonna stay in the family forever. So I need to make sure I'm doing it well and taking care of it. Also, I'm going to be putting all of the things that we're using. I'll put it in the description box. I've not posted one video yet. I've been recording them like I have a whole audience, and I don't. I still don't know how to edit. I'm just getting it ready, okay? So if you're watching this, hopefully I have some other stuff already uploaded, but if this is your first video, welcome. This is what we do here. We keep it real. The lighting is awful. I'm fancy with my little mic today. This is Mikey joining us. I've had this for so long. When I thought I was going to be a podcaster years ago, I bought this little mic off of Amazon. And I was like, we're going to use what we got. The lighting may be bad, but at least the audio will hopefully be on point. And I have it on this long extended string so I can move around and stuff. You got to use what you got, okay? Also, pretty much all of the ingredients that we're using is what's the best way to say this? We're going to talk about this Bobby approved app, and I've brought him up in some other cooking videos that I've recorded. Again, if this is your first video, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but his name is Bobby Parrish, I believe. His company or brand is called Flav City, but he basically, check him out on YouTube. My husband discovered him. He's been a saving grace for us. He goes in grocery stores. He teaches you how to read an ingredients list. Just flip whatever product you have over, and he explains like why it's not good for you, what you can choose, what you should be choosing instead. And he has an app that literally you scan the barcode and it will tell you everything you need to know. It's fantastic. So I'll show you that today. But everything we have is pretty much Bobby approved, and my husband approved, more importantly, except for our shells. So mainly everything, just come with me really quickly. Mainly everything that we're using kind of tonight is going to be Siete, which is cool because they are a Mexican-American company. I love them. We first discovered them by their chips. So when we started to upgrade our Taco Tuesday, we realized like the tortilla chips we were eating are so bad for you because of the seed oils. And you know, we're going to get into that, but seed oils are really bad because of the inflammation that they cause. It's just not good nutrients in those. They're not made well. These are very good. As you can already see, they're paleo and vegan friendly, and they're made with avocado oil. Just quickly, the ingredients on these are cassava flour, cassava starch, avocado oil, coconut flour, chia seed, sea salt, citric acid, and lime oil. These are the best tortilla chips. Like, I can eat this whole bag. They are delicious. And the lime flavor, that lime is popping. So we first learned about them through their chips. They have like the plain tortilla, regular tortilla chips. They have this nacho flavor. Like if you like Doritos, great alternative, like great choice to make in general. They are very delicious. But yeah, they also have the taco shells and the flour tortillas, but I could not find them at Walmart. And there's only one Kroger here that I've seen them at, but I wasn't able to get there. So we're going to be using some old El Paso shells, but we also have our Siete tortilla chips that we're going to use as well. The Siete taco seasoning, first time I'm going to be using this because I used to use, I think it's the old El Paso one, or you know, the yellow pack that everyone's used to using, but this is with good stuff. You got chili powder, sea salt, ground dates, tomato powder, garlic powder, nutritional yeast, cumin, onion flakes, cassava flour, cream of tartar, black pepper, and parsley. So this should be so good. I'm very excited for that. As you can see, paleo and preservative free. We also got some Siete salsa. I love chips and salsa. I haven't tried any of this yet, so I'm very excited. We have diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, jalapenos. Hope it's not too spicy because we don't do spicy. Onions, garlic, sea salt, cilantro, lemon juice concentrate. That's it. Clean ingredients. So this is, I'm teaching you what you should be doing in the store. Just flip over. One, you should be able to read everything that you're reading on the ingredients list. Don't freeze on me. We gotta figure this out. Thank God. Okay. Everything on your ingredients list you should be able to pronounce and read. If it sounds like you're doing a spell, like something my husband, we always joke about, like some of these things it sounds like you're casting a spell, which is probably not a joke, like because it's from the enemy. Like it is what it is. Like maltodextrin, it's not good for you. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my hand was getting tired. Come back over here. We also got some Siete vegan refried black beans made with organic beans. Okay, just organic black beans, avocado oil. You want to go for avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil. These are oils that you need to be swapping out for like vegetable oil, canola oil, palm oil. Those oils are so bad for you, very inflammatory. which leads to other issues. So if you can do avocado, extra virgin olive, coconut oil, do that. And organic, if it's organic, even better. So yeah, avocado oil, sea salt, organic garlic powder, organic onion powder, and organic paprika. This should be delicious. Okay, what else do we have? I guess we're doing this. We're going through everything. I got some organic peppers. This is on the Dirty Dozen list. What is Dirty Dozen? You don't know. If you do, that's really good. I'm only saying that because I've mentioned it in other videos, and again, if this is your first time watching a video, you're probably like, what is a Dirty Dozen? My husband taught me this. I never knew about a Dirty Dozen list, and apparently there's a Clean 15 list. And I'm gonna put all of this information in either on the screen somewhere. If I get fancy and figure that out, hey, that'd be great. But if not, I'm gonna put it all in the description area. It's a list of vegetables and basically produce that's sprayed with pesticides, which is basically poisonous to your body. So if there's anything on that Dirty Dozen list, you want to get it organic, because it has either no pesticides or very, 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 it's little to none, right? So you want to get organic. Peppers are on that Dirty Dozen list, so you want to get organic for those. I got some lime to finish off with, and we got some lettuce, which is also on the Dirty Dozen list. So I got some organic iceberg lettuce. And I chopped up my garlic, I chopped up my onion. I saved one pepper to chop up, just in case you don't use peppers. I don't cook with peppers often because we keep it simple over here, mainly because my husband does not like a lot of stuff and different flavors. Don't tell him I told you. But because it's Taco Tuesday and we're doing it fancy tonight, we're gonna put some peppers. So I know, I'm doing this to teach you how to cook, teaching my ladies how to cook here. So if you've never cut a pepper before, I'm gonna show you, okay? And then I said onions, peppers, garlic, and then the beef. Where's the beef? I'm not gonna dip it too much, I don't want anything to fall out. We got our 100% grass-fed ground beef. This is our favorite, okay? And this one it's organic, Simply Nature. 85% lean, 15% fat. We get this from Aldi. If you have an Aldi near you, please go there and get your groceries and save yourself some money, because I love them. They're great. They have so many different options that are good for you, and they're less expensive than a lot of the grocery stores now. So we pretty much do all of our shopping at Aldi, and I'm grateful for that. And then you're gonna need, I'm using some pink salt, pepper, and some organic garlic salt. And I have my favorite, my grass-fed Irish butter, this is comparable to Kerrygold, the Kerrygold brand. You can find this one at Aldi as well. So let's get started, shall we? And then I can get into why is it important to get grass-fed? Why is it important to get this and that and organic and Dirty Dozen and all those things? We'll get into it, okay? So let's get this started, because I'm getting hungry, and we don't want that. If I get too hungry, just kidding. I wish this light was working, because I feel like it'd be better, but you can see. I'm gonna tilt it a little bit and then step back, and that should be good. Thank you for bearing with me. We're gonna listen. I'm just doing what the good Lord has told me to do, and He has told me to cook and share homemaking stuff, as a wife. I'm not working right now, so I'm a stay-at-home wife. Praise the good Lord. I am looking for a job, so if anybody's hiring out there, I'll send you my resume. But that's neither here nor there. I'm very grateful for this time that I get to learn how to be as best of a homemaker as I can be. And, you know, all jokes aside, I do feel like God has been nudging me to share what that journey and experience has been like for me. And I do have so much to share. And I feel like more than any other time now is so important with the world that we're living in. I certainly could have used a mentor, and a lot of my mentors and a lot of things that I've learned has come from online. And so I would love to give back and pay it forward, and also be a part of that community to help other young women learn. You know, even if you're not a wife yet, you know, God has called you to be a godly woman, and you don't need to be married to be a homemaker. Like, you should be keeping the home for yourself. If you desire to be married, which you should be, you know, to God's will be done, to carry out his will, you should want to be as best as you can, you know. And there's no better time to do it if you are single, to start practicing. Like, even right now, we don't have kids, and I think about what life would be like if we did. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm glad for this time. I don't have to work. Thank God. God has been providing for us. I have a wonderful husband who goes to work and creates a space for me to do what it is that I want to do in this creative. He fully supports me being creative. He kind of jokes at me, you know, because I'm a little dweeb. But I've always thought I might create content in some sort of way. I've tried my hand in so many other things, and I'm really getting into other information here. And I said I was going to start cooking, but I really wanted to say just thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me on the journey. Clearly, I don't have the setup I would desire, the lighting and the fancy stuff and whatever, but I'm just, again, I'm doing what he's asking me to do, what he's nudging me to do. And ultimately, I hope that it is a blessing and its edification to someone out there. You know, I've been blessed and edified by other women and other homemakers and wives. And so I just want to share as well and do my part. And it honestly brings me so much joy. So I don't know where God's going to take me or what's going to happen with all of this, but if you're watching, I hope this is helpful in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, let's get to it. I should have turned my pot on while I was doing all that. my cast iron skillet. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put it on 3. And I'm going to get some butter in there. I like to get it in there sooner than later, because when it starts to melt, then I know it's just about time to put the beef in. But I'm not starting with beef. Don't put your beef in first. You're going to put in your onions and your garlic first. So if you're cooking along with me, if you're watching this back, try to have your onion and your garlic chopped up, so that when you start cooking, you can just put that in. And then once that starts simmering and you get that going, you can go ahead and put your beef in, so that you get those flavors and juices flowing. And then when you get your beef in there, it'll be like sopping it up and getting all the flavors. And I don't use a lot of seasonings. I used to back in the day. I was like, I would go crazy with seasonings. And it's not good for you, especially seasonings with a lot of salt. A lot of them have food coloring in them, which is like, why? Why do you need food coloring in seasoning? I get if you want to like make your plate look colorful, but that's what veggies are for. Okay, so we're gonna get that going. I have my beans open. Beef is ready to go. The taco seasoning, you're going to add this after your meat is cooked and ready to go. So yeah, let me tell you about Siete, another reason why I like them. And I've ended up on their page because I was trying to figure out where I could get their tortillas from, honestly, because they're the only company that makes good like tortillas. And I think when I was making my chicken salad, it was a Sabbath day video, and I was making some chicken salad, and I said I wanted wraps. You can't find wraps that are good for you. So I was looking to see where I can get them. They do sell their products online. I wish I had a some sort of coupon code or something to share with y'all, but not yet. But yeah, you can find their products online. If you go to, I believe it's sietefoods.com. I'll put it in the description area so you can look it up. But you can find their products. I got the taco seasoning and the beans and the salsa from Walmart. I was really, really surprised to see that they had that at Walmart. I can't say you can get those things at any other stores because I haven't seen them, so only share where I've seen them so far. The chips I know for sure you can get at Kroger and Publix. I believe Target also has them, but I'm not 100% sure. And again, there was only one Kroger that that I've seen that has the tortilla, the taco shells, like the actual shells, not the tortilla wraps. So yeah, just look it up. If you have, like, a lot of these stores have the apps. You can just look it up before you get there if you don't want to make a blank trip, or if you're shopping at any of these stores, just look for this brand, Siete. They also make cookies. The Mexican wedding cookies are so good. I love them because their story, I believe it was the daughter who essentially started this. She was dealing with some like autoimmune issues, some illness, and she was just playing around with different recipes. They're a Mexican American family, and so they were using a lot of different cultural, when you grow up and you're used to what you're used to. And I've talked about this too in some other videos, but it's like up to you to make different changes in habits for your health. And that's what I'm also here to, most importantly, educate everybody on, especially as a homemaker. If you're the one in the kitchen, you need to make sure your family is eating well. And I'm really grateful to my husband because he's the one who really took ownership and leadership over making sure that we were going in that direction. And at first it wasn't even about the dietary law, like what God teaches us, which is, it's in the Bible. And I was going to read some scriptures. I'm going to put them in the description, but it's right there in Genesis from the beginning, how we should be eating and how we should be taking care of ourselves. When you think about it, if you're a follower of Christ and you're a believer, you are representing God, and that's a pretty big deal. Like, people are looking at you to see like how you're living your life, and you should be representing well. Otherwise, how are you going to steward others? Like, what does that say about you? But also, how are you honoring God with the life that He's giving you and the breath that He's putting in your body? You should be taking care of yourself so that you can, with all things that you're doing, bring honor and glory to God. And if you're poisoning yourself, quite literally not taking the time to ensure that you and your family is eating well, not to be like, well, you just don't care, but it's in a sense like you're being lazy and you're being ungrateful for the health that God has blessed you with. It's up to you to take care of yourself. You can pray all day long for God to heal you from whatever illnesses that you may be dealing with, but it's about, like, He's given us everything. Like, the food is medicine. Sometimes you don't even need to go to the doctor and take these prescription medicines that you'll be hooked on for the rest of your life. Sometimes if you just change your diet, that I'm getting carried away here. But anyway, back to Siete. I need to do another video about this because I would like to have all of the information and really share their story. But they basically found alternatives to a lot of well-known Mexican, cuisine. And it's like all clean. It is all clean. You can just trust them. You can trust. This is a brand and a product that you can trust, which I love about them. So if you see Siete at any of your grocery stores, check out their products. Give it a try. You can swap it out for something like Taco Tuesday. Maybe this will be the first thing that you try. Even if it's just the chips, try it little by little and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, shout out to Siete. I love them. So my butter is melted. I'm gonna go ahead and get my garlic and onions in there. So I just chopped up about, let's say it's like it was 5 little cloves of garlic. There you go. This does not have to be perfect, especially when you're seasoning, you know, it's like to taste. So however you like it, then that's what you go with. And I know I said I'm teaching, like obviously if you're not used to cooking things, you don't know how to cook, whatever, don't be afraid of trying things out. Don't go too heavy if you're trying something for the first time or you're new to the kitchen. Just take it slow, you know, maybe take note of what you're doing. And you know, when I first started experimenting in the kitchen, I literally have a little recipe book. I would take notes of how much I was using, you know, keeping measurements, so just in case I wanted to repeat it or if I wanted to switch something up, I'd be like, I need to add more of this or I need to do less of that. So take your time, give yourself some grace. Don't be afraid to try, just try it, okay? Don't be afraid. So I got my onions. I just cut up, again, I'm trying to give you measurements because I really want to be helpful. So if anyone's like following this exactly, they'll know. But I just cut up, it's like a quarter cup of onions. White onion. So I got my onion and my garlic in there. I'm going to let that cook down for a little bit. While that's going on, I'm going to show you how to cut a pepper, because that should give that garlic and onion enough time to simmer. And then we'll add our beef. So, can you see? This is a mini red pepper. You're gonna start by cutting off the head there. And usually there's a bunch of seeds in here. I'm finding that this brand is pretty much kind of seedless, which is nice because those seeds can get messy. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this in half, and then I'm gonna cut the half in halves as well. So just cut that in half. There's a little bit of seeds in there and the rind. I'm gonna cut that out. Not even much in there. This is great. Like you can just kind of get to it, which is really nice. And there's also some health benefits to peppers. I was really trying to do as much research as possible before I got started with this, because I've been saying that, like, I don't want to just say, oh, because it's good for you, oh, because it's healthier for you. Like, you need to know why. I really want to educate you all. And at this point, I'm just so used to. Also, now that I've cut this in four halves, I'm gonna just cut little thin strips like this. And we're not gonna add this until the beef is actually done, because you don't want your peppers to be too soggy. You know, you can just eat peppers as they are. And if you don't know, you know, I'm letting you know. You can just eat peppers just as they are. You don't always have to cut them down. So that's why you don't need that much time. They don't have to simmer and cook down like the onion and the garlic needs to. But yeah, I really want to make sure I'm well versed in the information that I'm sharing, because, you know, it's just like reading the Bible. You can go to church every day and you can listen to a million pastors preach, but if you don't read the Bible for yourself, you will miss out on the word. You need to read it for yourself to truly learn and understand. So that's what I want for you all. I want you to really learn and understand and know, so that you can go out and teach others as well. It's not just about me. This is about you, your families, and God's people. We got to get right. So I got my peppers done. Those are ready to go in at the end. Got one red, one orange, one yellow. Okay. The onions and the garlic are looking good so far. Let me see if I can show you what it's looking like so far in here. It smells really good. See that? Oh, there we go. Okay. And I'm not quite ready to put my beef in yet. Let's talk about this rice. This is great. So this wasn't necessary, but I really wanted to have some Spanish rice to have with the beef and the peppers, and also wanted corn, but corn is not good for you. We'll talk about that another day. And there's some corn in here. I just didn't want to add extra. But this is organic Spanish style rice with quinoa, peppers, and corn by Seeds of Change. You would think, right, by just looking at it, you'd be like, that is a good, healthy brand. It is. It is a good, healthy brand. It's a good source of fiber, gluten-free, no artificial ingredients or preservatives. It's vegetarian, 6 grams of plant-based protein. Sounds great. What's wrong with it? Let's let Bobby tell us, and this is a great opportunity to show you the app. So this is what the app looks like. I know you can't see it that well. It has, his products. It has all the stores that the app works at. But I'm just going to quickly show you. At the bottom here, there's a little barcode scanner that you click on. Pulls up your camera, and you point it at the barcode. Come on. There you go. Pulls it up, and it's going to either be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. This is a thumbs down, believe it or not. Why? Let's see. You just slide it up, and it will highlight the ingredient. So, the ingredients in this: water, whole grain brown rice, organic corn, red bell peppers, whole grain black quinoa, sunflower oil. That's where we went wrong with this. Tomato powder, sea salt, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, red chili flakes, parsley, and dehydrated cilantro. So everything in this is fine except for the sunflower oil. And that's because sunflower oil is one of those oils that we want to stay away from. Remember, we were talking about oils earlier. You do not want to deal with sunflower oil. Again, very anti-inflammatory. So this was the best option because the other ones had yellow number 5 and maltodextrin and MSG and all of these other things that I was just like, we are not going to do that. We're trying to do this right. And you may not always be able to get it perfect where everything is just clean and straight good for you. You may have a little sunflower oil every now and then. And that was something where I was kind of like, should I even be doing this? Like, if I'm not doing it all the way right, because I can't right now, or I don't have the, option to get whatever. It's like, no, I want to show the progress. We're going to grow together. I also want to show that you don't always have to just not have something, because you're not going to be eating this every day. If it's an every now and then thing, and also don't have it every Taco Tuesday. Like, get this one, but in the meantime, research a better brand that doesn't have the sunflower oil, or just get plain straight rice, a clean rice, and then add your other, ingredients to jazz it up. But I wanted to show sometimes, you're not going to have what you need all the time. Use what you got or what you can get, the next best thing. For me, the only thing in here that kind of threw it off was the sunflower oil. I was like, we can give it a pass and use that. So yeah, that's the Spanish rice we're going to be using. So our garlic and onion is ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and put our beef in. And I think we're going to only make like 75% of this. Otherwise, we'll be eating on this like for days, maybe even 50% of it. So you choose. I don't know how big your family is if you're just making it for you, but that's how much we're gonna use. So yeah, I use about 75% of it. I'm just gonna start mashing that down and apart so it can cook evenly. And things should start picking up from here once this beef is done. I'm gonna add a little more butter so that my garlic and onion doesn't start burning in there. And in the meantime, let me go put this away so that it doesn't start to spoil. Okay, keep your ingredients fresh and properly stored. I love that this mic can follow me this far. This is amazing. Oh, what I didn't show also is that we're going to be using a little cheese and some avocado. So we're going to be seasoning with our pink salt, pink Himalayan salt. Again, season to taste. Better to go if you're not, familiar to cooking and you don't know your how to use salts and seasonings. Don't go overboard in the beginning. Just start small, and if you need to add more salt and pepper or whatever later, you can do that. You don't want it to be over salty. And we're also going to be adding this taco seasoning at the end, so you don't need to go wild with the seasoning anyway. I love seasoning with fresh garlic and onion. I've mentioned it in other videos, but I cook with garlic and onion with almost every meal that I make fresh. And I said I was gonna put some, okay, I'm turning that camera notification off. I said I was going to put some more butter in here, but I don't need to because the juices from the beef is helping my garlic and onion not burn. So yeah, you just kind of want to, let me show you. Let your beef cook and use your spatula or whatever you're using. Just kind of start breaking it apart. If you want it to be like minced meat, you're going to be putting this on your taco, and you can also dip it with the chips. So make sure it is easy to break apart. While that is cooking, let me share. Let's see, I had a few things I wanted to share. The beef, why is it important, and the benefits of grass-fed beef. So grass-fed beef offers, getting this information right off the internet because it's not fully up here and I want to fully articulate why. But grass-fed beef offers several potential health benefits compared to grain-fed beef. So usually cows are eating grains, and sometimes they're still getting a supplemental diet with grains, but you see like the beef we're using, it says organic. You can't get organic beef, like it's meat, so how is it going to be organic? It's the grain that they're eating that's organic. It's an organic feed, so healthier and better for the cow and you. So yeah, it also has a lower fat content. Grass-fed beef contains less overall fat, particularly saturated fat. It has higher omega-3 fatty acids, which have heart protective effects. It has more CLA, which is conjugated linoleic acid. It's a beneficial fatty acid that may support weight management and reduce inflammation. This is good. Like, a lot of people are always wanting to know, like, what can I do to manage my weight and be healthy? It's like, it's all right here, you know. And we always talk about price. Like, yes, these things may be a little more expensive, but I always say it is better to invest in your health now versus having to pay for it later. So think about that. Has higher levels of vitamins and minerals, more vitamins A, E, and B12, as well as minerals like iron, zinc, and selenium. And we're back. We are back. So, after that commercial break, so embarrassing. We're not gonna harp on that. Got my beef cooking. It's almost done. Just gonna keep chopping it up here, making sure it is nicely minced. I love that I can just use this one spatula to do this. Usually I like cooking with the silicone utensils, but when it comes to cooking beef like this, especially, this wooden spatula is like my best friend. Gets the job done. I use it every day. And now I'm getting very hungry, so hopefully I don't get delusional on here. I try to have dinner done before 7, and it is now 7:52, so let me focus. While the beef is continuing to cook, we're going to go ahead and make our rice. We can do that. I could probably put these seasonings away too. It's another thing that's important. Time management, which is something I'm definitely working on. I've been working on time management for quite some time now, but especially as a homemaker, like, you don't want to be serving your family dinner late, you know, and you probably, like right now, I have laundry that I need to dry, and I probably won't get to folding it until tomorrow, which is fine. But then I have to think about cleaning up the kitchen, putting food away, actually eating with my husband. Like, time management is so important for anybody, but I'm learning, especially as a homemaker, because I have so much time during the day, and I usually try to get a lot of my different chores and things done. But of course, I get distracted. Like, I worked out longer than I not should have, but expected to today, because I've been trying to get a healthy routine and regimen going for myself, and I've been trying Pilates out. And I was really enjoying it, so I just kept doing it. But then I started doing other things, and it's just like you can get so easily distracted. It's like if you worked from home before, you can see how easy it is to get distracted from your job just from working from home. But imagine your job being your job. But imagine you're a stay-at-home wife and mom, and you're a homemaker. Like, it is even more. If you don't create a routine and schedule for yourself, you are easily distracted, and then sometimes you get overwhelmed. Like right now, I'm like, I really wanted to have dinner done, and now I'm thinking about like everything else I need to do tonight. So you don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to put that stress on yourself. You're not supposed to be stressed out. You're supposed to be the peacekeeper, maker, be calm, you know, be good for your family, be solid and stable and consistent. So time management is key. Rice, how do we make this? You can make it on the skillet, you can make it in the microwave. I'm really trying to get away from using this microwave so much, but because of timing tonight, we are going to make it in the microwave. So we want to squeeze the pouch. You do, when you first get the rice, it's kind of not hard, but it's like compact. So you want to squeeze it up a little bit so it cooks evenly. And then tear 2 inches to vent, microwave on high for 90 seconds. Okay, so that won't take long. It's about 2 inches there. And we will pop it in the microwave as it said for 90 seconds. And get my taco seasoning open. I don't think we'll use all of this because we're using it. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I was about to be like, this smells amazing. Wow, that smells really good. Yeah, I'm not going to use the whole thing because this is our first time cooking with it. So again, like I said, you got to try these things out before you just go all in. Because if I put the whole thing and it's too much, it's overpowering, then we're not going to want that. And I don't know for next time, like, and I didn't use a whole pound of meat, and it calls for, you know, the packet covers a whole pound of meat. So I don't want to, again, overdo it. I think I have my meat minced as much as I am going to get it. And we can go ahead and add those peppers. And once we get the peppers in there for a little bit, we're gonna add we're gonna have to figure this lighting and situation out. I promise things are gonna get better, y'all. Stick around. If you stuck around this far, thank you. But stick around, okay? It's gonna get better. I can feel it. I know it. So that's done. We'll leave it in there. Let me go ahead and add my peppers. Peppers are in. It smells delightful. I'm so excited for Taco Tuesday. It's been so long, and I love tacos. I love, love, love tacos. I used to live in Atlanta, and there was a Mexican restaurant. It was like a Mexican fast food restaurant, which was amazing, with a drive-thru and everything. I forgot the name of it, but they had fish tacos. And you know what? Lord forgive me, because they had fish and shrimp tacos. Back then I was eating shrimp. I used to be a seafood. I blame it on my mom. My mom ate a lot of seafood with me when she was pregnant. Shame on you, mother. Just kidding, but no, for real. No, not all seafood is sinful, but shrimp definitely is. I believe it's like shellfish. Anything that, I think I have that scripture written down, but I believe if it doesn't have gills and scales, then you shouldn't be eating it. Yeah, I'll put it in the description. But anyway, I used to love those shrimp and fish tacos. I have no idea what type of fish it was, but I'm sure it was fine. The shrimp was not. And I used to love seafood boils, man. But it is not good. God said no, no, no. He made everything good, yes, but everything is not good for you. And the Bible clearly tells us what he made good for us to consume. So read your book. Please read your book. Okay, let's go ahead and add our seasoning. It says to add a third a cup of water. So I'm going to do a fourth, a little less than that probably, because again, we're not going to be using the whole thing. I'm going to do a fourth of a cup. What is that? You do the math, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm not going to even do it to myself right now. And I studied psychology in theater, okay? Never said nothing about math. I failed statistics the first time I took it. My feelings are still hurt about it because I studied so hard. And I had to take it. If you left it up to me, I would not have taken that class, but it was a requirement as a psychology major to take statistics. And I had to go even further. I had to take quantitative statistics after that. It was like statistics was the prerequisite to that. And I have not used my degree, not in the fields that I studied. Okay, so I put my taco seasoning in. I'm going to taste it and see if I need to add more. This smells and looks delightful. I'm not even done yet, and I fully recommend you all doing your Taco Tuesday Siete style, okay? Shout out to my husband for him being so patient and gracious with me tonight, because he told me before I got started that he was already hungry and ready to eat. And usually I have food ready. But I told him, I'm like, I planned for this. I was going to do content. I was like, I'm going to record for Taco Tuesday, because I've been trying to get my content going. And he's, again, really supportive of me in this little venture. So he's like, babe, go ahead. Go ahead. So I hope it's really, even more for that, I hope it's really good, so that it'll be worth the wait. And again, we haven't had Taco Tuesday in so long, and that's one of our traditions that I'm definitely bringing back. Because the reason why too I've been looking for other recipes to try is because again, our diet is pretty simple. We eat clean as possible. We're still improving. But I pretty much cook the same thing every week. And I'm looking to really just add to the menu. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, we're fully grateful and happy for what I cook. But it's a little, every now and then you want something different. And I want to try my hand at those things. So let's see how this tastes so far. Get out of here. Siete. I was about to break out in song. One of my husband, one of his favorite gospel songs, that Shirley Caesar song. I feel like praising him. Wow, wow. That's what this makes me want to do, praise him. Because it has no business being that good and good for you. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not even joking right now. That is delicious. Let's get these beans in here. Let's keep it going, because, oh my goodness. Okay, how did we could just put it in here? Empty beans into a saucepan over low to medium heat until hot, stirring frequently. It's kind of pasty, a little hard, so. Hi, baby. Thirsty? Come on. Okay, I got you. Shout out to my husband. He's thirsty. I'm going to get him something to drink real quick, so y'all bear with me. I'm going to get these beans in here, and then I'll be right back. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let me put Mikey down. Hold it down, Mikey. We'll see if I can figure out how to edit this. Commercial break. Okay, we're back. Thank you, Mikey. We are back. Sorry for the noise. We're back. Also, shout out to Spindrift. Okay, if you're trying to get away from sodas, or even if you enjoy sparkling water, Spindrift is a clean brand. People think sparkling water as is just good for you and better for you. They also have ridiculous ingredients in them that make no sense. Natural flavors, if you ever see that, it's a lie. There's nothing natural about it. I know it sounds good. It is not. It's a trick. It's the enemy. Believe me. But Spindrift is a clean, good brand. It's just carbonated water and lemon juice. That's it, and it is delicious. I'm trying to get all of my, listen, I told y'all I'm looking for a job, and if this is going to be my job, I'm trying to make it, okay? I have no shame. So shout out to Siete and shout out to Spindrift, because they're helping us live for the Lord. They're helping us achieve our dietary law requirement that the Lord has commanded us to fulfill, okay? This beef mix so far with what we have going on has given me life. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I feel rejuvenated after that little taste test. I mean, my word, that was delicious. I am very excited. Let me get some more of these beans in here. I have never cooked with refried beans before. This is my first time. So as you can see, I'm taking my time, and I'm not just going all in, putting a whole can, because I don't know how it's gonna cook or spread out. I'm doing what the instructions says, and then I'm just mixing it in here with my beef. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful. God, you are so good. Thank you for blessing these good people at Siete, because they are doing your work. They are doing the Lord's work. Bobby Parrish with Flav City is doing the Lord's work, teaching us how to read these ingredients so that we are not poisoning ourselves. Because honestly, that is what is happening with these foods, and all of these things that are just quick and easy for us and cheap. You think these companies care about you? No, they care about making a buck. You think they're eating their own products? Maybe, but I doubt it. I truly doubt it, because they know what they're up to. They know what they're using. And sure, I get it, right? At one point in time, it was like, you gotta feed a country. How do we do it for cheap and all of this? But I believe if we all work together, like we have the money. America has the money. And I'm not just saying this is just for America. Like, I could have somebody watching from, I don't know, any part of the world. But I'm from America, and I'm speaking to the market that I know in the stores that I shop at. And from what I know, it's like it's done on purpose, And I know people need to make a profit, that our healthier food is more expensive, but a lot of those healthier foods too are gimmicks. It's just like the marketing is a scam to make you think that you're eating healthier, but that's why you need to read those ingredients and learn about ingredients and whether you should be eating it or not. Know yourself, know your body, your nutritional needs, your dietary needs. More importantly, follow the dietary law. Open your book, open the Bible, and read for yourself what you should and should not be eating. Stay away from the pork. Stay away from the shellfish, shrimp, lobster, crab legs, mussels. Stay away from those things. They are not good for you. Do not lean on your own understanding. If God said no, then that should be it. There's no, but God, no. He said no. And also, don't be judging people, okay? You do what you need to do. Teach, inform, but there is a verse in the Bible, I believe in Romans, that talks about like not judging people who, like, if they have their relationship with food that they have, don't judge. Do not judge. Okay? I love in the Bible when it says like in Matthew's, when it talks about how to pray and fast, it's like, don't do as the heathens do. Don't pray as the heathens do. They too have their reward. It's like, I don't know, it's something about how it's said. It seems kind of, not petty, but it seems like, I don't know, I just really like how it says, like, they have their reward too. Like, don't worry about them. You need to worry about yourself. Worry about you first, okay? And that's what I'm trying to do here. That's why I'm trying to teach you as I grow and learn as best as I know how. I'm going to share what I know, but I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. Start where you are. Use what you have. I know sometimes I've gone on diets where I'm like, I got to throw everything out and start fresh. Like, don't throw good food away either. Like, cook for the homeless. You don't want to give them that, but don't do that. Be wise. Let's taste this with the beans. I don't know if I let it cook enough, but we're going to try. This has no business being this delicious. Y'all gonna have to do Taco Tuesday. You're gonna have to do this Taco Tuesday. Siete. God is good. God is good. God is good. I'm gonna put all these beans in here because why not? Why not? Let's just do it. Because I'm gonna add the rice too. Rice is about to go in after I let these beans cook down a little more. I'm gonna put the rice in, and then we're about to plate it, and then we got to get out of here because I'm ready to eat, and my husband's being very gracious with me. Honestly, it is so late. I didn't even feed my cats yet. I usually feed my cats by now. I know that's probably why my phone's going off like that. The camera is picking up them like, hello? They be talking like, hello, like, lady. I'm sorry, Toby and Ray Ray. Dinner's coming. Okay. Did I miss talking about anything? If I did, I'm gonna please check out that description box. And again, I had the funky video stuff going on, so God, please help me figure out how to edit well and get the information to these people. Hopefully I can get that information on the screen, like I said. If not, again, please bear with me as I learn how to do this whole thing, whatever I'm doing. I don't know yet, but thank you again for bearing with me and being here with me. We're figuring it out, okay? We're figuring it out. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. And you know what? This is a lot of food. I was just about to say I could have made that whole thing of beef, but this is a lot. This is a lot. So it'll be good because like we'll probably have a couple of tacos, and then we'll have some left over to eat like with the chips, just to dip it later on, or maybe I'll have it for lunch tomorrow. I don't know. I try to meal prep. As much as possible. So sometimes when I cook a meal, it'll last for another day. We usually don't eat off of something more than 3 days. 3 days is like, I don't even know. I don't think usually it's the first night and another day that we'll have something. But yeah, this might be one of those meals because this is a lot. Let me show you how much it made. Can you see that? Yes. And then I'm going to add the rice, like I said. I'm going to add a little more of this taco seasoning because it's very good. And that's only because I added more beans. So I want to keep it evenly distributed. And you know what? Let me add a little bit more water because I feel like it'll help break up the beans a little bit too, so it's not so stiff. So I'm gonna add another half. So essentially we got a full quarter cup of water in here. Yeah, got some movement there. Loosen it up. Stiff. Oh God, you are good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So now we know. Taco Tuesdays are back in full effect and they are popping. Okay, because who knew? Did I share what we used to? I don't know if I got to that, how we used to do it. I think I started talking about it and then I get so distracted. I move on so fast to other things. There's like a Amy's in the frozen section. The Amy's, I think it's Amy's. She has a frozen like black bean casserole. I don't think it even has meat in it. Sometimes I would cook some chicken. Sometimes I don't think I ever made it with beef. I think I would only make it with chicken. We were living in a studio apartment. We didn't even cook with the stove. Everything was made in like one of those toaster ovens in a microwave. God has been good to us. Like, we truly upgraded and we're still on the up and up. Like, I know it. But anyway, I used to get like the pre-cooked chicken that comes in the pouch, and then the frozen Amy's. We get our little chips. We felt real fancy with our Siete tortilla chips. And yeah, we pop it in the microwave, chop up the chicken, and it was good. But this is like next level, okay? This is next level for sure. Okay, let me taste this rice before I put it in there. So you see, I'm like tasting things as I go because you never know. Like, I just got rice all over the stove. You may want to keep something separate or add it later or jazz it up. I don't know, but just, this is your food. You can't go wrong. You can, but you can also, you know, you're in control. So make it happen. That rice is very good. That rice is very good. I need to reach out to them because all they have to do is switch out that sunflower oil for avocado oil and they would be good to go. We would have no issues, no beef. No pun intended. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm about to let this cook down just a little bit, and I'm going to get my plates ready so I can start plating. I have some, like I said, some cheese, avocado, and lettuce in the fridge. We're going to get that out and ready to go so we can get dinner going and in our bellies, because we have waited long enough. We have waited long enough. Thank you all for joining me. Honestly, this is very long. I need to figure out, I mean, we're cooking. So again, time is also a part of it, but we talked about time management. We're going to get better. We are going to get better. We're doing this together, y'all. Okay. Let's throw this away. Got my laptop on top of my paper plates here. Yeah, the only thing aside from the sunflower oil and inside of that rice and these, what's in them? Limed corn flour, palm oil, whey, buttermilk, see, I do not recommend. Sorry, but I do not recommend. But this is what we got until we can get the Siete tortilla shells. This is what we have for now. So God is good. Okay. Yeah, aside from the shells, those are very good. Bad for you, but very good. Deceitful, isn't it? That's how the enemy works. He'll get you. Aside from the shells and that sunflower oil and the rice, we are clean over here, okay? And that's how you want to be presented to the Lord, clean, unblemished. You want him to know you listened, you honored him. That's what it's all about. That's what it means to follow Christ and to walk like him, do as he did. He taught us everything. Everything. I'm too excited, guys. I can't even focus. I'm like, what do I do? Where do I start? Let me get this stuff away, and that will help me focus. Put this away. Okay. Let's plate, why don't we? Let's plate. Got my limes chopped up already and my lettuce chopped up already. So again, you want to prepare as much as you can. Prepare, okay? So this one has a little crack in it. I'll take that one. I'm not gonna give my husband a cracked one. How dare I? Okay, meat first, meat base. Then you're gonna top it off with the lettuce. I'm gonna put the avocado on the side. My husband's laughing at me. I told y'all this is my first time recording with him at home, so I think I did well. I once I got into it, I kind of forgot. Babe, you laughing at me? Of course, nothing. That's my husband. Babe, I'm very excited for these tacos. Siete knows they're doing the Lord's work. No, I'm serious. Like, it has no business being that good and being that good for you. I'm very excited. Okay, so I got the meat, the rice, and the beans already in there. You're gonna top it off. Let's do cheese first. Babe, don't laugh at me. This is how you do it, okay? This is why I was nervous, because I told them this is a first them with them. I told the people this was my first time recording with you at home, so I was nervous about it. But that you were fully supportive, and I appreciate you for being so gracious and patient, because we should have had dinner. He's not going to talk here. He'll probably never hear his voice, because that's how he rolls. I know, babe. You got me nervous. Let me focus. Let me refocus. Let me pretend you're not sitting there. All right, I got my cheese in there. So we got the meat, the rice, the beans, cheese, and then you're gonna go lettuce on top. And I'm gonna keep my lime slices on the side. You know, for presentation, you let the person, you usually put your lime, you squeeze it right before you go in for the bite. So you could add some salsa, like if you don't put fresh tomatoes in your tacos, which you can, whatever you like on your tacos, like add that obviously, but I got this salsa here. I might add some on my tacos as a little topper. Again, up to you. Completely up to you. I'm not going to try that on camera because I'm already pressed for time here, but I'm sure it's good compared to everything else. And like I said, everything I've tried from Siete so far has been chef's kiss. So I'm sure it's amazing. Let me get my dollop of avocado on here. All right. And we're done. Again, not on the plate are the chips and the salsa, but these are our tacos with our lime. I'm very excited. Thank you for joining me for Taco Tuesday. Again, I'm going to put all of that information that I talked about in the description box. And I gotta get out of here because now I'm being teased and I cannot focus. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again. Again, hopefully I'll figure out how, if you're watching this, I figured out how to edit, so woot woot. Yeah, let's be done with this. God bless you. Till next time.